Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil. We're here with Liv. Today's video we're going to be looking after the calves. Vaccinate a few calves, after get bulls weighed, bulls moved, shed cleaned out, have a good bit of stuff to do. Father Phil is away, that's why we're not at Slurry today. And Father Phil is going to get a significant piece for the 1200 project. So anyways, we're going to get in and get stuck into the calves, show you how they're doing and the vaccinations and that. And bro, when he decides to get up, we'll get him to do the diet feeding while we're at the calves. Keep all the jobs moving along. So anyways, we get stuck into it. And now we're in the shed. We have the main group of calves. Seems to be a bit of a panic on since we've turned in, and then we have the last batch of 30 calves there. They should be ready to go out to the main pen, shouldn't they? We should be able to take away the gates, give everyone 4 stations and speed it up. So anyways, what we have to do now is go through the feeder and look at how they fed. So there's 1851. So we are going on how much they have to drink today and then how much they left yesterday. 2 numbers there, I don't know, can you see them very well? So if it's over 2 litres left yesterday and they haven't drank so far in the morning, then we feed them. And it's to try and get the balance between making sure that they're feeding and making sure that we don't, how would you say?
Molly coddle them.
But yes, money coddle them, because you turn them into pets and they'll only come up when you're there. So anyways, let's go run through them numbers. I go get another bag of microplacer. I have to put acid and I have to put in my cleaning agents into the feeder. It was just about out yesterday. And yeah, pen of mostly, I think these are actually all FRX calves in this pen. You can see there's a lot nice few colouredy lads, and then in that pen then we have a mix. We have a lot of speckled parks, we have a few different calves. We'll show you when we get going. You'll see a few lads with coats there, and they are sick calves, or were sick calves. We have been having a little issue with a scour. I might talk about that a little later on when we get feeding or that, but we'll see how Liv gets on with these numbers. I'm afraid there's going to be a lot. Is there going to be a lot? Yeah, there's going to be a lot, so this is going to be fun. Anyways, I'll get a bag of microplacer and we get stuck into these lads. All good, bro? You look tired. Okay, push into Everton, and the bulls this side, make sure you give them a bit more. You didn't give them enough yesterday, okay? How do you like the new tractor? Also, you may notice we put a new exhaust on. Not completely, not original or anything. Father Phil thought that might be the best way of putting an exhaust on it that wouldn't break like the last one, because it's all the vibration and how the old exhaust was so sturdy on it is why it kept ringing. He's hoping that doing it like that shouldn't. And we do have to bring up, we still have work to do in the telly, but as you see, because we're away at Surrey, we need to leave the telly there so that they can get the feeding done while we're away. So we still have some more work to do, but we have to put the bonnet back on and cut a hole out for that exhaust. Anyways, also the new 2725, and we get ourselves one of the many bags of microplacer that we have. We bought in all the microplacer we need, or we think we need for the season, just to try and protect ourselves from the price going up later on in the year. So anyways, we'll get a bag of Adapt and we'll bring it over to the feeder. So microplacer here, what, 21 calves?
Yeah, we're 20 now.
20 in, yeah. That's a bit more than the last day, isn't it?
We had 18 yesterday morning.
18 yesterday, and we had 12 the morning before. So yeah, we may have to go a little bit harder on them. It's just to get that balance between making sure that they're feeding and not money coddling them. So as you, yeah, I take them gates down, I give them a bit more space, but yeah, they're a bit packed up into the front there now for whatever reason. Anyways, yeah. And with that pen, how many is to be fed? 3. So only 10% of that pen, the new pen, is needs to be fed. That's good. And then there's the rest. But anyways, 20 out of 111 in the shed so far. Yeah, there's 111, but before we put any more calves in here, we need to clear the hay shed, all the bales. So that's something that I may get to later on. I have a lot to get done now. We can get the calves fed. I have to get some slurry out because we're backed up with slurry again here, and then get bulls weighed and moved so that we know how we're going with weights. So yeah, I have a lot to try and get done in a day. But anyways, we get these calves done. So,
This one's finished.
yeah, all bar the middle one. So, today's morning isn't going great. We have more sick calves with scour. One particularly bad, but he's still warm. So, we have tested him before. We're going to test him again. So, we're going to test the poo for Rota, Corona, E. coli, and Crypto. So, show you how it's done, and we'll see how we got ahead, or is it still coming back negative on everything. Yeah, it's annoying. It's very annoying. So far we haven't lost any, but I had 4 calves that were quite bad, and I have another 2 there now that are bad. So yeah, very bloody frustrating, I can tell you that. Very, very, very frustrating. But anyways, so we'll go get ourselves a sample of poo. So I have me spatula and chew. So now we just wait for someone to make a not very nice poo, and we'll test it. So it has to be fresh poo, not old poo. So just keep an eye out. So no one will poo. I'll be standing here for about half an hour trying to find someone to poo. So that guy there was sick yesterday, but he's well improved. And this calf here in the corner is sick now, him. So we'll leave him there and we'll stick. It's funny, it seems that the calves that are drinking all they're supposed to be are the ones that's getting sickest, which probably isn't a great sign now. But yeah, there's not much we can do about it. Most of the calves are looking good, but we do have them 10 or 12 that just seem very light and weak at themselves. You get down the shed here, like you're into all the good calves, you know, nice well filled, nice strong lads. Done quite a lot of calves. A lot of them, Cyanoclox tablet, baby hemostat, it's gone. Some of them it seems to just drag out a bit longer. So we'll test it again. Liv wants to test it again just to see, because we have brought in I think 2 load or 3 load of calves since we last tested. But it's always a great thing when you're at this job, have your test kit so that you can test when you're bringing them in, or if you have anything suspicious, so you can catch it in time and know what it is so you can treat it. But I don't know what we have. It could be a minor bug, or it could be a bug from transitioning in micropress. I don't know, but it didn't come up positive on any of these the last time. So I'll sit here, I keep an eye out for someone pooing. I don't feel like sticking the stick up their bum to make them poo. So while I'm watching, this guy's after pooing, but he's in what I would call a nice healthy poo, nice solid poo. So he's alright. Just trying to find a calf that isn't good. Bertie!
Hey.
Shush! He gets jealous of them. So I have to keep an eye out for another calf pooing that has a runny poo. So this calf here, 4102, you may get me a Cyanoclox there. He's just after having a poo that has quite literally just disappeared into the straw. So we're going to, if I can get the other calves to go away from me, scoop up a bit and into this and shake it. 4102 wants Cyanoclox there. Yeah, well, I'll get it. Now, the cow here. Come on, Suckies. Now, eating into the Liffey Mills Cafe 18 there. Camera back down. Send it up. Tap it to get it to separate. put it in. Oops. Put it in. Screw the lid on till it cracks. Here, crack. And now the liquid will seep out. That'll seep into them strips and it'll go up. It'll take a few minutes now to do that, but that's how it works. So you can see the liquid filling into the bottom of it there, so just have to wait for them to climb up the strips and we'll see whether we have anything or not. Anyways, I'm gonna go mix up some stuff for the 2 sick calves and we'll get them fed while that's doing its thing. So while I wait for the kettle to boil, we're going to be going with Elvor Digest. We have lots of stuff here. I have saccharide powders, I have a box of Stargate electrolytes. We generally keep a lot of stuff so we can keep using it, but so far the Elvor Digest seems to be doing the best job. The other calves, I have the jackets on them over the last 3 days, 4 days, 5 days even. We've used Elvor Digest on them all and that seems to have got them going again, so we'll go with Elvor Digest again. 2 sachets, 2 calves. Right, just wait for the kettle to boil.
I'm free.
Oh, all fed. Oh, that's good. Might have to put. How many kettles do you normally have to put into this?
1 kettle of boil and then top it up with cold.
Oh, okay.
Then you get about 4 litres.
You get water now. So this is 1 calf. So he's drinking, which isn't too bad. Have my other 2 litres there. We'll go in and stomach tube the other guy. He definitely won't drink. And then another calf that we put the jacket on yesterday, we want to take out like we do with this lad and let him suck as well, because he's up and about there, but he's a bit wobbly on the feet. But yeah. When it comes back to our test, I think we have a problem. 2 lines means positive, and I have 2 lines on rotavirus. Coronavirus is clear, E. coli is clear, and it hasn't filled the crypto one yet, but rotavirus is showing 2 lines there. So I'm just going to go back and double check the book, but I'm pretty sure 2 lines means positive, which means we have rotavirus in the shed. I don't know what that means. I don't think we've ever had it before. I don't know what antibiotic treatments we need. I don't know. I'm going to have to make a phone call to the vet. He's after throwing out stuff there. Anyways, so this red bag you see here is Stalazin. It's like a lime-based stuff. It's a disinfectant. Liv knows of it from the pig industry for disinfecting houses that's safe to use with animals in the house. So we're using it to do around the feeders, just to try and keep that foul smell and keep any bacteria down. And that's the theory anyways. Hopefully it'll help, but I don't know what this rotavirus is going to entail. Never had it before. So yeah, just really disheartening. Bag of Elvor Adapto and our Celac seaweed. Seaweed we've found the last couple of years seems to always done a nice job just reducing our sickness rates. Maybe it'll help. Anyways, that's all the calves looked after in here. So we'll yeah, I don't know what, I think I'll hear what the vet has to say. I'll let you know what he says. Seems like every year I've been at the calves, there's always something goes fucking wrong. Normally never this early. It's just very disheartening. So I don't know what rotavirus entails, but I can't imagine it's going to be plain sailing. Even if we said, right, no more calves in this shed, and we go get the other shed ready, and even if we fully biohazmat suit ourselves here, the reality is the dogs, very hard to get them to bio thingy themselves going, and then the vermin on the farm, the locker rats, mice, cats, go from here to there and bring it. So there's no way. So I don't know. I don't know what this entails in the shed. So it is a new day. It's Monday, and yeah, you just said we'd kind of let you know how things went. So what we're doing at the minute is any of the calves that show we find with a watery scour or a wet bum, we give them some antibiotics, and we either give them Sinoclox or Bemistat. And any of the real sick ones, then we're going with electrolytes, we're going with Lift Females Elvor Digest. That seems to be doing a good job. Come on, eight. So anyways, also we've put in a radio, so us and the calves have something to listen to while we are working. We also put in our drinker with a float in it. We have a drinker up there with the, you know, they have to push it, but they don't tend to do that a lot. But with the float, keeps the bowl full so they have water. Another thing, since we have, well, we were noticing the calves were mad at these bales of hay beside us. So I just went and I nicked the bottom of the net and just pull it out. And they've had a nice bit now. They're also really starting to just get into the meal, but they're looking okay. So we had a lot of calves sick on Saturday. That was the day we filmed last. Sunday we had no severely sick calves, but we had a lot of calves that we had to do. We seen them runny bums. Same again today when we had one sick calf today. But I think we're kind of winning, touch wood now. Everyone is looking quite good, and we're just trying to keep on top of it. But our sickness rate is definitely up already, because we've never had this amount of scour. It's just down to rotavirus. Looking online and that, it seems to be something, it should run the course. We're talking to most of the farmers, we're buying off, all the cows were vaccinated, so that should be a big help to the calves. Once the cow's vaccinated and the calf got the colostrum, them antibodies for preventing or helping with rotavirus should be passed on to the calf, and that should be a big help. Any of the calves with jackets, they are the calves that were really sick. And like you can see, this was one of the lads who was sick on Saturday. He is much livelier. So he is. The jacket, just for them real sick calves, they tended to get a bit colder themselves. The jacket seemed to do a great job. We could look at more jackets, to be honest now. We'll have 5 or 6. But they're doing well, and definitely, like, I didn't have much hope for some of the calves that were very bad, very dehydrated. But they just come to. Stomach tubed the Elvor Digest into them, give them Bemistat and some antibiotics, and they come to, and they're all feeding well. Even the calf that was sick today, he fed on the feeder, but we still hit him because he wasn't fit to stand that well by himself. So, but yeah, that's really it. There's not much more to say. We won't be taking in calves for a while till we go over this, but one of the big issues we're going to have is the calves are going to, the next calves we take in are going to get this dose, purely down to, we can put more calves in this shed, and we will, but even if we move to the other shed, no matter how biosecure we run ourselves, we'd never be able to be secure enough. Just down to, even if we changed all our clothes, wore biohazard suits and everything, we can't do that for the dogs, we can't do that for the vermin that's on the farm, the rats and the mice. So it'll be impossible to keep it from spreading. So it's a battle we're going to have for the year, but so far, touch wood, no casualties, everyone's looking pretty good. So we just have to keep on top of it. Isn't that right, Liv? I suppose one thing people might say, with me being away in different farms spreading, I wear different clothes when I'm here. I have my waterproofs and wellies, and when I'm away spreading I wear overalls and wellies. So it's just, that's what I do to try and prevent me bringing what we have to anywhere else, and me bringing back anything else that we've had in a different farm. So that's one of the things we do for the biosecurity. While we have the rotavirus, touch wood, we're happy enough to kind of say it's under control, hopefully. Touch wood, doesn't get any worse. But the biggest issue we're having now at the minute is the amount of calves we're having to feed twice a day. This morning, how many calves? 42, and we're still at it now, still trying to put in calves. Yesterday it was 56. That morning we're having 40-50 calves a day, and there's 128 in the shed. It's a lot of bloody calves to have to do. As we said at the start of the video, it's getting the balance between money coddling them and getting them fed. But because we have the scour now, we need to make sure the calves get enough milk into them to sustain them, not to let them get dehydrated. So we can't be as hard as I would other years trying to get calves to go a little bit hungry to feed themselves. So just making sure that the calves are feeding at least twice a day, and make sure every calf feeds twice a day, whereas before we'd always leave them, let them go hungry to try and get them to feed, but we just can't with the scour. So it's leaving us with a lot more work to do, and it's probably going to create a lot of pets in the shed and going to leave us a lot of extra work. It's taking us 2 hours twice a day now to get through 40-50 calves, feeding them 4 at a time to the station. So it is a painfully slow job, but what can we do? We gotta make sure they feed, and we gotta make sure that they're all okay when they're poorly. So it's just have to deal with it, but it's a lot of extra work. But anyways, look, that's really it. There's not much more to say. It's just a matter of just keeping an eye on them and keeping on top of the scour. So we're going to leave it at that. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoyed today's video. That is it from us. Good luck.